So this is my thing, right? I had a couple days to, process the little Kendrick verse and whatnot. And I haven't heard it since we listened to it. To be honest, let me see. I was kind of just wrapped up into what was being said initially that I kind of overlooked, some more intricate little lines or whatnot. But that's not really the most important thing. The most important thing is Kendrick rectified the issues that I had with Control. And for all of you who don't know, but who will appreciate you with the big 5 months? For all of you who don't know, my main issue with Control for years, Sosa, appreciate you with the big 10 months. What's up, man? My biggest issue was me agreeing with Drake. I agreed with Drake. A lot of people thought that Drake was too sensitive in reference to...
Was the Kendrick diss provoked or unprovoked?
It was 100% provoked. I 100% agree with Kendrick saying that. But the issue that I had with Control was a lot of what Drake was talking about, which was, you said all that, and it didn't mean shit. You said all that, and you don't actually have a problem with niggas. You said all that just to say what was already, I guess, understood and established. Like, yeah, no shit. We all rapping, we all in the game, we all trying to be the best that we can be. I'm not really trying to compete with other niggas, though. Like, if you're gonna throw my name in there, like, don't do it just for what could appear to be. I'm not saying Kendrick was a clout chaser at the time. I'm just saying that the verse, I think, was very overhyped, and I think a lot of people, fans specifically, tried to make the verse out to be something that it wasn't, or tried to make it seem as if it stirred something that it didn't. It didn't end up doing anything. That's the main point. So this time around, years later, Kendrick Lamar hears that Drake and J. Cole, two people that a lot of people associate him with on a skill-based level, on a discography level, on a hype level, people been throwing Kendrick's name into that mix as if, oh shit, they on the same level. You could say Drake was hating. You could say Drake was hating.
Cole wasn't even addressed like that. Dot was sending shots at Drake mainly.
But J. Cole still needed to receive a shot as well. But you could say Drake was hating. At the same time, he was right. You know what I'm saying? He might have been hating. He might have been in his feelings a little bit. I don't doubt that. But at the same time, he was speaking facts. So now years later, like I said, I'm looking at the verse and I'm hearing what Kendrick is saying. I hear first person shooter. I went back and I listened to first person shooter. And I'm like, you know what? You know what will really piss me off? Is if I'm at the head of my community, essentially, when it comes to this rap shit almost. I'm doing it big. I'm on a mainstream level. And I'm talking about real shit. I'm diving into real shit. I'm doing real shit. I'm finding out new things about myself. I'm taking myself to task to really make myself, you know what I'm saying, be not only the best man, but also the best rapper that I could be at this particular point. And I got niggas that's rapping about bullshit, throwing my name into a big conversation, a big three conversation, and putting themselves in it. If I'm Kendrick Lamar and I'm looking at J. Cole and Drake throw me into a conversation where we're on the same level, despite the fact that there is a clear dichotomy in the skill level, a clear difference in the quality of work that we've produced over the last, I don't know how many years, why in the fuck would I be like, oh yeah, I'm going to accept that? I'm not going to put myself into this conversation with y'all niggas that don't be really doing shit. Cole is afraid to come out and actually call niggas out despite casually and like without name dropping saying that he's the best. But when it comes time for him to say he's the best, oh, I don't want to compete. I don't want to go into that conversation. I don't want to go into that lane. So you can't do that. Drake, same thing. You rap about bullshit and it's okay. You still a good rapper. He's still a good rapper. Drake still know how to rap. He still know how to make good music. But you be rapping about bullshit. Why would I put myself and accept that, I guess, that covenant? Why would I want to be included in that covenant? Who will want that?
You think they will respond back? If so,
of course.
Who you think is winning?
That's okay. You're jumping ahead of me. So I'm looking at that and I'm like, yeah, I would be upset if I were Kendrick Lamar too. Why would I accept that? Y'all don't do nothing. And I'm doing everything, I feel like. It's the equivalent of the ugly nigga calling you twin. It's the equivalent to you doing all the work and other niggas putting their name on the paper and shit like that. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to be included. Ain't no big three, J. Cole. Ain't no we the big three. Ain't no we started a league. Ain't no we did this. Nigga, I'm him. I'm doing it. I'm the best. I'm putting out that work.
You think it would be goofy if they both responded on the same track?
100% it would be goofy. I'm saying J. Cole because J. Cole is the one that said that. Drake never said we the big three. Drake don't even acknowledge Kendrick Lamar, which I respect to some degree, because at least in my eyes, it seems as if he thinks there's some level of competition there to a point where he would never acknowledge him on the track. He don't really want to acknowledge him on the track because he know that's his biggest competitor when it comes to what people perceive to be his biggest competition, quote unquote. Regardless of what his fan base thinks, the general public seems to think you can't really break into that upper echelon of hip hop respect until you are more acknowledged than Kendrick Lamar. For Drake, at least in my opinion. I don't believe Drake would ever go up and put a song with him and Kendrick Lamar on his album the way he did with J. Cole. I don't think he would. If y'all really wanted to include me in this big three and I heard that J. Cole line, you know what I'm doing? If I'm Drake, I'm reaching out to Kendrick. That's what I'm doing.
It's funny because
That's
Kendrick has been sneak dissing for a decade now, like what are you afraid of? Just go in, you that envy of Big Sean and Drake because they still put out music while you slowly falling off. Plus no one said anything bad about K-Dot.
Come on. Stop it. Kendrick been dissing for a while. I think Kendrick's subliminals have been at least open and obvious enough for you to know or tell who he's talking about. And I think the same can be said for somebody like Drake. But none of it has been friendly, like competition. It's always been like on some, you not like me, you not on my level type shit. It's basically what they've been saying back and forth for a while anyway. That is what it is. But J. Cole, unfortunately to me, is catching like a weird stray only because he's so nice. That's really the issue with J. Cole. J. Cole need to either get more mean, more aggressive, or more competitive, because niggas like Kendrick Lamar is looking at him like, fuck is you saying? J. Cole, I feel like always breaking it down or like politicking, and like Kendrick like, yo, Nick, I don't want to hear none of that. Are you comp or are you not? If you not, step the fuck aside. I'm about to send shots at this nigga. You just happen to be on the same track. I don't even got no smoke with you, bro. You're nothing. Not saying that he's nothing, because I think J. Cole is a great rapper, but he don't put himself in that space. He's not gonna be acknowledged in that space. He's not. Niggas not trying to be friends, bro. That's all I'm saying. And if they are trying to be friends, it's not about the friendship. It's about the work. I'm doing it all, bro. You're not. We're not the same. We're not the same, bro. We're not. That's just what it is. That's the fact of the matter. So I completely understand and get the frustration that Kendrick Lamar might have hearing a track like First Person Shooter, seeing that he probably was intentionally left out, at least in my opinion, from Drake's part. Because why the fuck would I have J. Cole say we the big three while having two out of the big three on the track and not including Kendrick Lamar on said track? Why? What was the reason? Why did y'all not include or try to get Kendrick Lamar for a feature? All the work this nigga put into Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers for a nigga like J. Cole to come out after a nigga who keeps talking about how, oh, I'm the best, but also don't want to say anybody's name, that we in the big three, while I gotta watch Drake drop albums like Certified Lover Boy, Honestly Nevermind, and For All the Dogs back to back to back, and have niggas say that we're in the same competition / conversation. Yes, the nigga's not happy about that comparison. Sorry. That's not friendly jabs. You need to be the fuck quiet is basically what he's saying. We're not the same. That's fine to say, and I agree with him.